With the intervention of KMC here at the Bakoteh dump site, it is a blessing in disguise for some. But right across the road towards Bakoteh, where the SOS Haman Minor Children's Village is located, there, this dump site poses a great health hazard to the children. But the question is, there are other people actually deriving a livelihood from the Bakoteh dump site, which is the scavengers we are actually seeing here. So now it's the job of KMC to make sure that both parties are happy. But the question is, how?
Plumes of smoke bellowing to the sky, releasing harmful chemicals into Bakoteh's lusty surroundings. This is the biggest and most unsightly landfill in the Gambia, and its presence beside the country's largest child welfare center still evades imagination. Infamous for its toxic smoke and intensive stench, the Bakoteh landfill absorbs 500 tons of waste per day. That means children and people in the surrounding area are significantly prone to risk and exposure to harmful chemicals, and even more susceptible to catching the new coronavirus, which attacks respiratory systems before infecting and destroying the body's defenses. Now behind this front line of garbage, mostly collected from the kanifing area and Serakunda, a whole scavenging industry, formerly called waste pickers, exists. Mustafa Amani is the president of the waste pickers, whose numbers have grown to 300 under his watch. It is not your flamboyant president, but Mr. Mane makes sure scavengers pay the necessary tax. Within the pile of rubble, scavengers separate zinc from copper, plastic, aluminium, and glass, leaving the organic waste to decompose. This strategy has helped to lessen the toxic smoke from emerging and creating employment for these men who resell these valuables per kilo for a decent income. The price range differs in the market. Zinc can sell up to $100 per kilo, while the cans sell for $2 per kilo. Others, however, prefer to recycle the metals. With unique strategies using mud and fire, the metals are melted and molded into cooking pots, which sell up to $500. A single mother, Ada Masira Saul, is a waste scavenger who depends solely on this trade to feed her family. Amid tightened conditions and restrictions on businesses, the pandemic has made things really difficult for her.
Fendo ala mapsude hay fus fendo do sa yahay hocca butel ara heɓawa sappo e joyi heɓawa 20 ara yaha ko ɗum woni heɓade ga nini fusi ala heɓade ga ko ɓayɓe wi corona no ari ko ɗum taki joni bagasi ala yade hari yahay seeɗa kono joni ala yade ayigoy ɗum ɗo fo.
Expatriates form a great majority at the Bakoteh dump site, which has become a livelihood center providing jobs and daily income for many. 31-year-old Peter Chooks looks for metal scraps. He fears the deadly COVID-19, but he is also worried about catching malaria, with the area constantly exposed.
Instead of staying idle, an idle man is a devil workshop. So we have to try to get something to eat to earn a living. You have to seek, because the sickness, if you go to hospital or to check up, you see malaria, typhoid. We normally suffering here, no any other thing. Do you understand? Malaria, typhoid, the stress.
A study conducted by Project Lighthouse experimented with waste burying using bulldozers to push the organic waste into a massive pit. This scheme, however, contaminated the water table, depriving Bakoteh and its satellite villages of clean water. Kemo Fati is the project manager of the mbalit project, moving to enhance waste management in Bakoteh.
As the new KMC, their aim is to stop the pollution that is happening. So we found a controlled dumping mechanism, which is basically my job to ensure that dumping only happens inside the landfill. So with this dumping happening in the landfill, it's going to continue, but it's not sustainable. So we are also looking at sustainable alternatives that we can use to actually find a permanent holistic solutions to this dump site. Now, these solutions we are looking at is depending on materials recovery, waste processing, and of course identifying a final disposal site where we can take other items which we are not able to do anything with. But if you look at this dump site, every item that comes in here, we are able to do something with it, be it plastic, metal, glass, aluminium, copper, zinc. All of these items are here. They are recovered by people, waste pickers, we call them scavengers, and they are sold to the middlemen for money.
Waste segregation must be practiced at home level, according to the environmentalists, who emphasize public education as a vital way to change attitudes on waste management.
But what is the next step after disposal? Is here. And this problem, for us to solve it, it has to start from where we collect it. So in our workings as the Mbalit project, what we want to emphasize on mostly is sensitization at home levels, making sure that people understand how to segregate their waste at home levels. Thus the woman sitting in the kitchen understands what goes where and what goes where in terms of the kitchen waste. She knows that she does not have to mix the biodegradable and non-biodegradable in one place. When we propagate this at home level, when we propagate this at school level, in our communities, in our workplaces, in the end, it will become a natural reflex to segregate waste. If the waste arrives here segregated, then we can turn the waste to wealth.
In the meantime, the Bakoteh landfill continues to threaten the health of children and communities in the area, while serving as a crucial lifeline for both the city and its vulnerable population. Reporting for GRTS Newsfile, I'm Bai Ibrahim Cham.